And we live, live in action here in the desert in Arizona. Hi everyone. My name is Jenna here.
And I'm Angela.
Yeah, we're hanging here on Spirit Guides After Dark. If you are watching this later, come join us on a live if you can in the future. We're having fun. We are channeling questions here, connecting in with our own erotic spirit. So Angela and I, we co-host a podcast called Erotic Spirit Podcast. We go live every Thursday with episodes, and we like to have fun. What else do we do? Share. What do you do? What do you do while people are coming in?
Well, I'm a spirit guide channeler, and I do quantum touch energy healing to help balance mind, body, and soul. I also do dream interpretation. I've been doing that for over 30 years. And I also do the Erotic Spirit Podcast with you.
Yeah.
Doing my best to just bring as much healing and light into the world as humanly possible.
Yeah, I feel that. I love that. And beautiful. Actually, I put up your website there. That's your website there.
Yes.
Like navigating with two hands, which is possible.
Thank you for being channeler and tech gal.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. And so I do quite a bit of different things. I am a channeler as well. I channel at Source. I work with what's called Akashic Source Code, which is navigating a space between universal knowledge converging with one's presence, their connection into source, and then what they have experienced in their lifetime and their lifetimes, and helping people to connect into their true beliefs or like their true self versus what they've learned, and connecting in with their body as well, their body and their nervous system. And it's all about embodiment and creating action items that are helping people actually feel like they're in their body or know that they're in their body, and connecting that together. So yeah, I like to have fun and lots of things. I do lots of things. While people are coming in here, I will, we can go ahead and set the container, but just so you know, you're coming in here and we will have a chance for you to ask questions. So feel free to drop a like in if you're kind of new here. Like, what is this? What are we doing here today? What are we going live about? We will answer any of your questions. We channel with spirit, universe, and a lot of the themes are based around sexuality and sex, pleasure, desire, spiritual connection. But anything that's on your mind and heart, this is the space to be. So if you are open to receiving, send a yes in, and I'll just see. We actually have a container just wiggling right now. A container that's wiggling. All right, we're wiggling in deeper into this container here. So basically holding space for each other, co-creating this beautiful, miraculous space with a non-judgment, with peace, with love, but also acknowledging all within us that is uncomfortable, honoring all parts of us, all the shadows, all the light, all of it is us. Just allowing us to hold that space here for each other tonight and for ourselves. Shining our light brightly. Dropping in deeper here. Expanding. And dropping into your body. So it is. Beautiful. Yeah. Feel that dropping in. Do you have anything to add in there, Angela?
No, just lots of peace tonight. Hmm.
Yeah.
Interested. You're giggling and I'm getting like big waves of peace and power. So
Yeah. I am
it's
giggling.
coming in.
I know. You're calling me out on the giggling. Yeah, I was giggling like 30 seconds before we went live, and I'm like, where's the go live button? I thought it was on the right side. I'm looking at the right side, but we're just having fun. So hi Lisa. We see you here. Yes, yes, yes. Enjoy the show. But let us know where you're from. Let us know, guys. Hit that like button. Come on in deeper, and feel free to drop some questions in, or just let us know where you're from and that you're just watching here today. So yeah. It's a
Thank you.
beautiful day.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. You can ask spiritual questions too. Any type of spiritual questions, sexual questions, love questions, intimacy questions, healing from trauma questions. We just like to open up this space so that people can ask those questions if they want to. I say this every time. I wish somebody would have done this for me when I was younger.
Yeah.
I wanted somebody to channel questions about sexuality and spirituality and all that stuff. So this is a space that people can ask those questions if they want to.
Yeah. And it's funny because I said recently to someone what the podcast was about when I said, sexuality and spirituality. And that the person I was talking to is on the same wavelength. They're like, isn't it the same thing? And I was like, yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
But allowing these questions to evolve and come up from us so that we start to understand and allow all parts of us to be part of us. And just dive into the shadows and to what's making us uncomfortable, and dive in deep. So I'd love that. Let us know, guys, where you're from. Hit that like, subscribe button. There's no questions that I saw come up so far yet, but I have queued up some questions here. So, and we're just gonna roll with it. We're gonna just see where we go. I don't know. I'm rolling in it.
That seems like a very personal question, Jenna. What emotions have I been avoiding that need to be witnessed tonight? Geez, you're pulling out the big guns on me.
Yeah. So, right, and what I will say with this is if it resonates, great. If it doesn't, all good. Sometimes this could even be speaking to a few people or one people that are here live that have come in later. So, and there could even just be one word or one sentence out of everything that said that resonates. So, this here is about emotions. Yeah. So what emotions are being avoided that need to be witnessed?
So I reached out, tuning in, reached out to spirit guides and asked spirit, like, so what do you have to say to this? And I heard very jokingly, all of them, all of the emotions are being avoided. So we're talking about American culture here. I know not all cultures are like American culture. Oof. But the culture in which we thrive and survive, real emotion is not shared very easily or well. It is very hard to share authentic emotions. Right now I'm just seeing an image of like people at a funeral. Often you don't see people at a funeral crying, especially the people that it's the person, the family of the person who's died, because it's hold it together. You cry later. You don't show. We think of more strong emotions. We got to hold our shit together. And
Yes.
that's not accepting of emotion. It's other cultures. It's like, no, you bawl, you wail, you scream, you collapse, and to do that in our culture would be like, oh, they're making such a scene. I know their husband is dead, but please, that's not proper. Like, get a grip, woman, toughen up.
Yeah.
we tend to avoid emotions in our culture. So I think it's funny that Spirit was saying all of them, all of the emotions, no feeling.
Oh, yeah. I like that. I like that. Yeah, and there's a thing with witnessing the emotions versus suppressing them where, well, I'll just say, it's not like I went to an emotion school, and it's not like I was taught emotions in school or by anyone. And then also what happens is there's, right, trauma, there's pain that happens, and it all continues to pile up. So there's something coming in about anger right now, and feeling anger in the body, or even feeling pain in the body. So I'll just say I have feelings of pain in like the upper neck area, or that like kind of the neck and like top spine area. And it feels like putting pressure on oneself, and angry, that, and in a connection with anger too. So it's going to dive in a little bit deeper here on the idea about anger, that when we suppress it deep in the body, and it's so unconscious, that when we get angry about something today, it's projected outwardly in a very unhealthy way. And there's no right or wrong way to experience emotions, but there is a way when it's so unconscious that it is kind of just thrown and projected at someone, right? Like that's the part that is when it has nothing to do with them. It's something that they did, and it's something so unconscious from the past, and the body's storing that pain and that emotion, and it's kind of like an explosion. So I'm just seeing the opportunity to, now there's many emotions, but there's the opportunity to move through this anger within and fucking rage and hit pillows and let that emotion roll through the body, and even recognize where it may be felt in the body too, which when from the work that I do and what I've learned over the years and working with hundreds of people, is there's a belief system that is connected to emotions, that's connected to sometimes pain in the body. And sometimes that pain in the body is just, even it comes in just for that session, or even that day for them, or it's something that we experience all the time. And from what I've learned energetically, when we suppress or our emotions, and we believe something so much that our reality is so based on that for a really long time, we start to get physical symptoms in the body. And what the body is saying, it's unaligned in truth. It is aligned with false belief systems. And there could be many other reasons, but this is connected into this foundational piece here, and emotions here too. So this gives you the opportunity to be pain-free in your body. I used to have pains in my body all the time. I don't get any pain in my body ever, except maybe sometimes in the shoulders or the neck when I'm in a little bit of stress. And I just breathe into it now and feel that emotion. And a lot of times it is connected to anger for me, but it's connected to all things. But feel that and relax the body and soften it. And that's how we can witness it, is we can see all of it, honor it, and then tell the truth, which is we're here in the present moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I like the witness part too. That popped out at me. That needs to be witnessed tonight. I've not until I started down this path that I think of emotions as something needing to be witnessed, or the pieces and parts of ourselves that drive those emotions.
yes.
I really became aware of that kind of stuff when I started working with my dreams, because when we sleep, that's when our unconscious mind talks to us in pictures, which are dreams. And that's when I really came to understand all those buried emotions and desires and parts and pieces that run things behind the scenes. And create emotion. And it's interesting, just being seen, heard, and felt and acknowledged, being witnessed, it's like they evaporate. They're like, that's all I needed. I just needed you to acknowledge that I'm here. Yep,
Yeah.
I was hurting. Thank you for looking. And dream interpretation, writing it down, one of the best tools I have ever had in my whole life. And I say it all the time, write it down, folks. Even if you don't understand your dream, write it down. That is you saying, you know what, I may not understand you much, but I'm paying attention and I see you. That in itself is a healing thing. And, I go on about automatic writing too. Same damn thing. It's writing, and you are witnessing for yourself your own emotions, your own pain. You are seeing it on the page. There's an act of release to that. And that witnessing part is huge. It's such a big deal.
Yes. Oh, it's such a big deal. It's like what I have learned in some of the stuff that's come up, and for me in my own experience, is that there was it's natural. It is so natural for us to be in emotion and have emotions. There's no bad emotions. And when we have experiences, whatever that may be, say it's something that happens when we're younger, and that emotion was not witnessed, seen, felt, and it was just cut short. It's like the body, what's been revealed to me, it's like the body it didn't close the loop, didn't close the natural progression of the loop and what the body naturally does. And so a lot of times I'll see the experience roll out in sessions, or just something happen where actually the person in front is crying, and they'll kind of say, oh, I never cry in front of people. And yet this experience allowed them to move through that beautiful emotion in a safe space. And one, they're dropping into a safe space, and now they're actually completing this loop. And once that moves through, it's not running things behind the scene anymore. So, I mean, there's probably so much more in depth to it, but there's just such an important piece to witnessing it, being witnessed. Yeah.
And I've noticed unwitnessed emotions hang around. They just keep cycling through until they're acknowledged. And just consciously releasing neuro-linguistic programming. Some people call it the tapping. Even things like that. It not only helps release it from the body, but it just occurred to me, it's acknowledgement. It's saying, you're here. I see and feel you. It's allowing it to move through. As long as emotions are moving through, and that is when it's, that's how they're best managed. Trying to stuff them, avoid them, doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. It's like trying to divert a geyser. Like a geyser's coming through. There's no avoiding it. If you try to put something over the top of it, it's going to blow at the weirdest moment. If you try to avoid it, it's just going to burn you on the way by. If you try to just divert it somewhere, it's just going to branch off in weird ways. Like, it's power, it's energy. It has to go somewhere. If you'll just let it move through and be like, yep, I'm getting out of the way. You move through. Here we go. I acknowledge you. I see you.
Yes.
Then not only that, it's this beautiful thing, even if it's only beautiful to us.
Yes. Exactly. Oh, powerful. I love it. I love it. All right. We're dropping into this other question we got here. So dropping in deep, and guess what? What's ready to shift in how I give and receive love? And so this is powerful. Woo! Receiving, baby.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. This is coming through a lot today. A lot of self-love. It starts with self-love first. And that's such the opposite of what we've been taught for so long, at least in my generation and culture. It was give of thyself, the meek will inherit the earth. To put yourself first is really selfish. You don't do that. One of the biggest people, heroes, nurturers in my life was my grandmother. And she was Catholic martyr, hardcore Italian Catholic martyr. And that's was one of my idols. It was growing up. You put other people first. You suffer now, and then when you die, things will get good.
Yeah, no, but yes.
But I'm not only have I learned otherwise because I've had really unhealthy relationships, especially with romantic partners because of this. And it creates an environment of mistrust. It creates an environment of overdoing and pain, and it creates an environment of disrespect. And I get really hit hard by life when I start to slide back into those patterns, because what comes from within me is what happens in the world around me. So if I'm not having overflowing love for myself first, I'm not going to see it in the world around me, and I don't have it to share with anybody else. And that's such a hard lesson to drive home. It really is, for whatever reason. I think I've got it, and then it comes at me in a different way, and I'm like, damn it. I thought I've been here before. I thought I had it.
Yeah.
But for so many of us, it feels different, wrong, like it's a mistake. If anyone's out there in which it feels different, wrong, and like it's a mistake to put yourself first, say something in the comments. I'm just curious.
Yes. Yeah, I am too. Because I mean, I resonate with everything that you're saying. With this, like putting people first, and just kind of learning that conditioning. And so I always get this, I always get this visual of, in an airplane when. If you were to need the oxygen mask, they tell you put yours on first, because then you're right. You have the oxygen flowing to your brain. You're actually physically able to handle helping other people. And so I know from my own personal experience, and this was coming up for some reason, but I had a loved one experiencing a mental health crisis, and for months there was a lot that happened, and I was not taking care of myself at all, and I pretty much nearly had my own mental health breakdown and PTSD, but it was really like I had nothing to flow out from me to actually help support. I thought I was like helping support, that person, but I was really, I didn't have anything to actually give. So receiving and giving is just this mutual energy exchange. But first, it's where am I actually giving from, right? And where am I getting? And I have to be able to receive. And it's just a cycle that continues out. But it's overflowing from what I've just receiving, and now I give that. If I am actually at the bottom of the barrel, I'm going to be giving from the bottom of my cup.
Yeah.
It's not a full cup. Like it's just looking at it in that way. So receiving, when we really open up more and more to that, we're coming from that space. And we also, when we give, sometimes when we don't receive, it can be an unconscious to when we actually finally do receive, and we've been giving, now we're receiving and it doesn't meet expectations, and it's kind of like, well, I haven't been receiving anything, and the energy is it feels a little bit off. So it's kind of like what's the word to explain it? It's kind of like a feeling of maybe a feeling of disrespect. Like I feel like someone's disrespecting me, but it's just kind of the unconscious part coming out. That's like, hey, well, I didn't receive anyways, and now I'm receiving and it's not up to par, but I didn't receive before. So it's just a cycle. Yeah. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just flowing through in my brain.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Do you have a dog? I just heard a dog, I swear.
Oh, I don't have a dog.
I'm hearing weird stuff over my computer today. I heard a man talking when we were starting, and I just heard a dog.
Yeah. Nope.
Okay. No
Nope.
spirit.
No dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
No. I was just listening to see. Yeah, there's no dog here. So
That's just interesting. That's really interesting.
I love
Spirit
that.
with my computer stuff. I'm gonna have to meditate on that one.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I don't have any comments here, guys, but feel free to let us know where you're from. Feel free to say hi here. Hit that like button. We are taking questions live. And if you're new here, feel free to go on to our website, which I'm actually going to pop that up here, eroticspiritpodcast.com. Feel free to subscribe and submit an anonymous question that we will answer live in future lives, because we're here live here, so for us to move back and forth. But you can always ask us a question, anything, sex, intimacy, pleasure, spiritual connection, anything that's on your heart, guys. This is an open space, and if not, you can just enjoy the ride.
Man, see, I'm going to bring this up. So I'm tuning in and asking about giving and receiving love and a way of receiving love, and it's through spirit. It's through spirit and getting communications through spirit and acknowledging spiritual gifts. Oof.
Yes.
And how many times we turn away from that because we have been taught to turn away from it, or we just don't quite understand it. Like hearing things through the computer right now. I mean, I know spirit. That's not my primary auditory stuff. Is not my primary way of picking up information, but that was part of the message coming through. It's receiving from spirit and allowing spirit to bring things to us. And a lot of times we cut ourselves off at the knees and we don't allow that to happen because we don't think we deserve it, or we think it is too good to be true, or we just don't see it. We're not seeing it. We're blowing past it because we're not slowing down, or we are so focused on trying to control our life and control how it's exactly supposed to look and how it's exactly supposed to be. And if it doesn't meet those criteria, we're not open to it. So,
yes.
What's coming through is they're showing me the Jesus take the wheel.
Okay.
So the analogy. So that analogy is, that phrase is Jesus take the wheel. My grandma used to say that. It's let go of the steering wheel so Jesus can steer and take us where we need to go. But Jesus can if I'm holding on to the steering wheel so tight. For those of you who aren't Catholic or Christian, or maybe atheist even, think of it like your highest good. Think of it as allowing inspiration to come in. If I am so focused on exactly how things should be and I don't for 1 second kick back, relax, and let go, then I'm gripping the wheel all the time. It has no way for inspiration to come in, for the universe to bring us things we didn't know we needed and we didn't know to ask for. But if we can step back and let go and relax and just put it down and allow ourselves to receive, we've got to let go of control, even if it's for 10 minutes a day, in order for things to change for us. So at least from a spiritual perspective, from from a higher perspective, from our greatest selves. If you don't believe in God or that kind of energy, your highest self, the highest part of your being and your knowledge to come through. Because if you're on Facebook all the time, or you're planning that next big thing all the time, it can't come in. It doesn't work. Ooh, it doesn't work.
Yes. Ooh.
You got to relax and kick back in order to receive from spirit. That's just how it is.
Yes, I like that. I definitely agree. Relax, and it helps us move out of survival, fight or flight when we're more present and relaxed. And I've gotten huge messages around people that are trying to tune into their spiritual abilities and their intuition, and how if I am afraid to be in my body, if I have some unconscious disconnect going on and there's some unresolved trauma, but I'm asking questions like, what's my purpose, which is a beautiful question, but sometimes there's a block and people stepping into their purpose because there is a fear. There's a fear of whatever it may be. A lot of times I see it goes back to trauma or experiences that one had when they were younger. And so it's that same experience playing out or blocking them from stepping into or even seeing their purpose, seeing what that is. So I see that quite a bit. And if we are afraid of, we have this some part of us is unconscious that doesn't feel safe in our body, how are we going to be safe enough to actually, if we're not feeling safe there for us to receive the information, we can receive it, but there's so much information in between, all the mental energy that's like consumed by this worry or this past thing or this future thing, that it's all this noise in between, and I'm not able to actually hear or listen to what intuition is coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah, worry is like static. Worry is like static. It's hard to hear through.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so we got, I always double check the questions here. I don't have any questions here, but we have some queued up here. Once I pull up my trusty box of questions, and bam.
It's a big one.
It's big. How can one deepen trust after betrayal or heartbreak? What you got? Whew.
I was tuning in to ask, and I was asking Spirit, what do you have to say about this? And got back, well, what do you have to say about this? So I will tell my story. Definitely had a cheating husband that went to cheat on me with underage girls, preying on people's children. Truly terrifying and horrifying. It was really hard for me to trust. And I had the best mentor, best friend. And she goes, it really doesn't come down to trusting other people. It's all about trusting yourself. That's what it comes down to. Yep. Just got to be able to trust yourself. And I went, oh my God, I don't trust myself, especially after that. But it was a time in which I was very much not in tune with my gifts as they are now. I was really in touch with them when I was a kid, got out of tune with them as life happens, and I had learned to ignore them. And it was looking back at the hindsight of that relationship and going, that was a red flag, and that was a red flag. And I could tell Spirit was trying to tell me there to slow down. And
Yeah.
It was looking back and going, I didn't trust my own intuition. I was blowing past my stop signs because I wanted what I wanted.
Yeah.
And it really threw me into bringing me back into my gifts and paying attention. And intuition, all of us have it. I don't care who you are. Some people call it being psychic. Some people call it, God talking to them. Some people call it just my gut feelings, or all of us have it. And it's in paying attention to that. That is our deepest safety. And that is our greatest gift. And I tuned back into that, and it helped me learn to trust myself again, and learning to be in my body. That's still an ongoing thing. None of this is perfect by any means, but that's how I came back after betrayal and heartbreak. It was me going, I didn't really ever trust myself. And what does that look like? And making that happen.
Oh, yes. Thank you for sharing, because that is all truth. Like, we don't know, will someone, betray us or any of that, right? We don't know. But when we move and really flow and being in tune as we can with ourselves, and there is a difference too when it's like, there's like the operation of fear, operating from fear versus intuition, right? Is this ego or is this intuition, right? And so when we start to really, really get to know our true self, and then start to listen in, like, that's the gold there. That's the gold. And I totally agree, actually, because that was what I was going to say. I was going to say, right, like, trusting self is all that we have, and that is truth. And we just continue to move and navigate in that flow, and that's the beautiful piece of it. Not to desert or abandon ourselves. And we may have shame or blame or embarrassment on all these things. So there's this big message coming in about forgiveness to self. And what that means is, that means I'm in my fucking power. That means freedom. That means that whatever experience happened, my mind is no longer with that experience over there, looping back over again and again. It is sovereign and independent of that experience. Learn, grown from it, beautiful, but it is not consumed by the thought of that experience. And so when we step into this space of peace and forgiveness, we're moving and operating through in presence. And that's part of cultivating in trust, because if we come back to just knowing that no matter what, there's love for self, no matter what happens, I'm in this space of peace, right? It's all perception. It's all like perception versus truth, right? And there's perception, or what I hear is perception versus truth. And there's perception filtered through pain and trauma. And then there's truth of the actual experience in the present moment. So, and when we operate from presence, that's how we flow in a deeper trust. That's how we flow in a deeper trust there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Dawn.
Hi. Hi. So funny. Good evening there. It is a good evening. We're here chatting about what we got here. We were talking about heartbreak.
We're talking about betrayal.
Betrayal and heartbreak.
Conversation about betrayal.
Well, getting deep, man. Like, this shit, like, people go through. Everyone goes through it. Everyone. Like, it doesn't skip anyone. It's just how we get to perceive and move with it and beyond it, and not around it. You're not bypassing it, but you got to go through the motions of it all.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other thing is I like how you were saying we can never control what somebody else does. Doesn't mean I'm not going to find somebody else who might turn around and betray me again. What it comes down to, though, is I trust myself to know what to do about it. And I trust myself that I can handle it. That regardless of what comes, I've got myself and I can trust myself and I can handle it. I know what to do next. And I know what that looks like now. And I'm wiser for it. It's that faith in myself that makes it possible.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like it. All right. So we got another question in here. I don't see any questions here. As you guys are coming in, just a friendly reminder, drop in. Well, let us know where you're coming from. Let us know, where are you at? Are you in the US? Are you not? I'm in Arizona here, so living the light, living the desert life. Let us know. Hit that like button and subscribe. And ask your questions. Ask your questions here live. We talk about everything: sex, intimacy, pleasure, spiritual connection, love. We were just talking about right up here, betrayal or heartbreak. So let us know, what do you have going on? And while I wait, because I feel it. I feel someone's gonna ask a question. I know it. In the meantime, we're dropping in here, and hit that like button. Smash that like button there for us, guys. What part of me is craving compassion instead of correction? It's really interesting.
All parts.
Yeah.
All the parts.
I know.
Nobody craves correction. Let's face it. We can take correction well, but correction is a human concept.
Yes.
And we are human having a human experience, but I feel like when it comes to spirit, there is no correction. There's just experience. Ooh.
Yes.
At least that kind of love feels like when it's coming through. It's go have your experience. We love you. Everything's wonderful. Even when you're in the middle of this horrible divorce and yes, he betrayed you. Look at the awesome experience that you are having, that you do get to experience this betrayal and This is great. That's how I feel like the spirit guides in heaven look at life. Like there is no correction. There's just experience. And what kind of experiences are you creating? And what do you want to shift? And so if that's how it is, it's like correcting a finger painting. How do you correct a finger painting? Is there any way to correct a finger painting? No, it's a fucking finger painting. Nobody looks at it and goes, you should have swirled to the right instead of to the left. And your yellow is touching your blue. That's not allowed. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
Our lives are all big finger paintings. Spirit doesn't look at it and think it needs correction. At least this is how I perceive the information coming through, or I call it the happy pot cloud of spirit. I feel like they're all just, it's all always just even, and it's so powerful. Like peace is the most powerful thing I've ever come across. But does anyone, like, who in their life goes, damn, I would love some correction today? I woke up and I wanted correction. Tell me what the fuck I'm doing wrong, because today's the day I need that. It's like nobody does that. Nobody wants that.
Yeah, you know what I find? I really like that this question popped up in this way, though, because I feel like though that's the truth, I feel like people give themselves compassion last. I have so many doing this work for as many people that I've worked with, and just friends, or even myself. It's the hardest to give compassion and kindness to myself. And it's like, okay, wait a second. Yes, you have gone through this loop again. You just went through the same loop that you went through last week and your same behavior. But the truth is, you cannot make it through a hard wall with, or well, actually, I was gonna say with pounding it, right? But you probably can. But basically, it's this exterior of, if we're living in survival and we're behaving in survival, and then you're like, fuck, man, I should have fucking got it right. That doesn't work.
No.
It's hitting survival with more survival. It's like, how do I make it through the survival with the survival? It's just fucking survival. The compassion softens in and moves in ways where it just starts to break through that survival, and it starts to soften, and oh, it is safe, right? And oh, it is fine. And that's actually when that loop starts to just separate a little bit. It starts to, maybe it's not a loop anymore in the future, but it's hard to see through when survival is being pounded with a fist of like I need to fucking do better. I should have known better. Like, okay, there's ownership versus actually ownership and balance of compassion. Like, okay, I get it. I will still love myself through this though. You know, it's like, I will still love myself through the loop. And then what is it that now I need to do? But now I feel softer in my body. So I can actually see what it is that I need to do instead of, oh, wait, I'm still surviving. I don't know what I need to.
Correction, when I like how you said, there's a difference between correction and kicking yourself when you're down. Because that's what it comes down to. It's like kicking yourself in your hardest moments. Like, if anyone should be on your side, it should be you. Yeah. And there are so many times I tune into spirit and I'm like, what can I do about this? Something's got me upset, whether it's in my life or someone else's life, or what can I do? What can I do about this? And so many times I get, love is always the answer, and pray. Send your intentions and your prayers out there. Because compassion matters. Compassion is powerful. Not once have I gotten the message to judge them harshly. Throw your spite at them. Yeah. Please tear them apart. Please give them your correction. I have never, ever had spirit say, please give them your correction, or please give them correction. I've gotten, will you pass this along to them? Would you invite them to consider this perspective? It's always an offering. It's always a, could you possibly think of this? You can always keep what you have, but we're just saying, saying on where you want to go, would you consider this instead? It's never you must, you have to. Never. Never.
You're so right.
At least that's been my experience. That has been my experience with spirit and people's spirit guides. It's never a you must do this. Even when it's been dire news, I've gotten news for people. It's like, do or die, man. Either step forward and do this, or you're on your way out. It's always been given with absolute compassion, love. Like, we're just letting you know. You might want to know, if you don't shift here, you're leaving. You're going to leave this life. This is how this is going to go. It's never been a you have to. It's always compassion. Compassion is really all there fucking is. That's it. That's all there is.
And there is like what I have gotten is connection with source and self and spirit is connecting into this empowering way of trust. Like, how can I help guide this person over here to trust themselves? Mm-hmm. And so a lot of times I don't love yes or no questions, because it's about how can we guide you to your own yes or no. And so when I hear like a, hey, you need to, must do this, it's more of a, hey, there's an invitation, there's an opportunity to challenge your current beliefs. And when we do that, we're inviting you to empower yourself, because you're free will, baby. Now, are you in free will of fear? Or are you in free will of trust and love? Or maybe stepping in both worlds. You got a toe in both worlds, but it's still always like an invitation there to just drop in. So what you love?
I take back what I was saying, because not all of it, some of it. So I was just hit with messages I've given where it's come through so strong, like, look, like it's a smack upside the head. And it's always been in favor of them not giving compassion to themselves and not doing what their heart is telling them to do, what they really want to do.
Yeah.
And it's their guides have come through and been like, look, stop it. Stop the self-recrimination, stop the guilt, like just stop it. That's the firmest and most I've ever seen them. But it's always been in favor of compassion.
Yeah, I feel that. Yes. I love that. Okay, I'm dropping in here. I don't know if Dawn's still here, but this was way back to the betrayal or heartbreak. Found that it's not betrayal, heartbreak that should define us. It's the way that we push through and rise above. We're a combination of our experience. Yeah, I love that. Oh, so well put there, Dawn. So well put.
Very much. Especially like that combination of our experiences. Had I not gone through that shitty divorce, I wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
I would not have the strength to do this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have really dived back into my gifts like I did. I wouldn't have pursued this path like this. I wouldn't have had the guts. After that happened, I'm like, I can survive damn near anything. I think this is doable. I can do this.
Yes, you can.
In fact, this is really nice. So yes, we are a combination of our experiences.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you, Dawn.
Yeah. And he sent that a while ago, so I don't know if he's still here. But okay, guys, we're here on this. We'll drop into this last question here. I didn't see any questions come in tonight, but I saw lots of people peeking and poking in and keeping an eye in. So hopefully, my ear is fucking ringing, man. So we'll end it with this quickly here. Just maybe give a little bit about this. What truth about erotic self is waiting to be spoken or expressed, baby? Ooh. Ooh.
So I know what I have coming in. Do you want to talk first, or do you want me to go?
Yeah, I'll share. I was seeing an experience of sensuality, and this is coming in with curiosity. And I was seeing a feather, being moved up on the arm. And I'm hearing to be curious about your sensuality. With sensuality is working with your senses and moving with your senses and allowing your senses to be a guide and a compass into your divine expression in what you prefer and what you don't prefer, what you prefer and don't prefer. And so you won't know what you don't prefer until you give some things a try. So I'm hearing curiosity, and exploration. And this is your time. There's no time like the present to drop in, to explore. It's never too late. There's no limit on age or time. Now is the time to drop in. Yeah. What you got?
It's interesting. It's like a reflection. I got playfulness. It's being playful. And not taking things so seriously. And they're literally showing me acting out scenes, like literally playing, like make stuff up. Make up a scene. And when I say a scene, like in BDSM, you create an environment. You create like a play. You decide what you want to happen in that environment, what things you want to do. And you can play with it and have fun. You can take on different roles. I'm going to be the detective. I'm going to interrogate you. And I'm going to do it with my fluffy tail here. You know, it's just, it's play. It's lighten up. It's as something we were talking about earlier, all the stuff's starting to blur together. It's about doing something for the sake of just doing it and not worrying about the outcome.
Yeah.
It's going to, you're interested in somebody and you want to fool around, but you hesitate because you're like, well, if I even do this much, it's going to feel like I'm expected to go all the way and have sex. And it's that freedom to just go, let's just play and see what happens without expectation. That stopping at any time is okay.
Yes.
And just play, touch, experience. Clothes, no clothes. I mean, you could do it in a damn ski parka if you want to. It's whatever feels good. It might be fun in a ski parka with nothing else on. That could actually be a lot of fun.
Yeah, but is it cold?
That's true. And it could be a fuzzy ski parka, and that would be really nice, actually. Yeah, it's that playfulness. It's that, you know, those ideas of maybe we should bring pudding to bed. That might be fun. Or playfulness, thinking outside the box.
Yeah, well, if you bring pudding into bed, you gotta think about how nice your sheets are and what was
Do I have to do a protector on the mattress?
I'm just saying, you know, I've
make it a game. You have to lick it up before it touches the bed.
Oh my God, yes.
Protect the sheets game.
Protect the sheets. Oh my gosh, yes. I was thinking of this, thinking of like oil and but yeah, pudding, yes. Like in my head, I'm like, oil, you can't really, you can't lick that up. But yes, the pudding, make it fun. Look at that, you're just quick with it. Just come out with some quick ones.
Can you imagine playing with oil that way? It's like, I've gained 10 pounds in the past 2 months. Look at all this oil.
Yeah, but you know what? I got some clean, really nice, expensive sheets. So there you go.
Let's protect the sheets.
Protects the sheets. That's the game. I like that. Well, having the space starting to close there, I'm feeling the space close here. But I want to invite people to come watch our latest episode that we had today. It's on sexual desire and what if sexual desire doesn't make you low vibration. So we have this segment weekly, Spirit Guides After Dark, where we're live, but come check out our podcast. It's Erotic Spirit Podcast. I'll pop open as well the website here in case you want to go check anything else out, but you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Apple and Spotify. Come subscribe, follow us. We got new weekly episodes every week. And yeah, let us know as well what you want to hear about. We got some fun stuff coming up here that we got planning for you guys. So let me pop up your info here, Angela.
Thank you. Yeah. Website. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Would like a reading, would like to talk about your dreams, dream interpretation, need an energy healing, or would like to experience that, please feel free to reach out to me. And, you know, come play with us here on Thursdays. We are here every Thursday, 6 p.m. Arizona time, which right now is 5 p.m. California time, I think.
No, we're
the same now, huh?
Yeah. So we're 3 hours from Eastern time. So
yeah, 3 hours Eastern.
9.
Yeah. So 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Arizona time. Please come play with us. Like, We would love to have you come party and bring your questions with you. This is a safe space to explore this kind of stuff. Whether you ask questions or not, like your energy contributes, and we created this space for that reason. So come play.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
you can always access us through the Erotic Spirit Podcast website or the YouTube channel. They will consistently be on those channels. So
Absolutely. So we have that there. And then I'm just going to pop up my info real quick. myawakeningwithin.com. Feel free to come book an Akashic session with me. I channel. Feel free to look at some of the events that I have going on in California and Arizona here, as well as the retreats that I have Mount Shasta and Sedona over the summer. So come check it out. Subscribe to check out where I'm traveling to next. I will be in Wisconsin. May 1st through the 3rd. There's a conference out there. It's Contact Modalities Expo. And I'll be in the New Living Expo in San Rafael in California. And the 18th, I should know the dates, the middle of April, 2 weekends from now. So come check us out. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week.